Assalamualaikum everyone, and today we are back with another algebra video. Now before I begin, you can like and subscribe to my like this video and subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell for more of these basic math videos. It would be thoroughly appreciated. And you can comment down below if you have any confusion with anything I'm saying in my video or in any of my videos. So without further ado, let's begin. And I would like to point it out that recently we have been writing functions like this: y equals to x plus 1 or y equals to 2x. This can also be written as f of x equals to x plus 1 or f of x equals to 2x. Now, what is this f bracket x thingy is doing? There is a particular expression in math which is f of x equals y. Now, don't confuse this with f is a variable, f is being multiplied by the variable x to give a result of y. No. The thing is that this is the same thing which says the function of the input means if you take the input and plug it into a function, you get the output. So they can be interchangeable because we have agreed with this statement. Now, if they're interchangeable, why not write y equals to x plus 1 and why write the f of x equals to x plus 1? I mean, that's a lot harder, right? But this f of x thing will show that we are dealing with a function. Remember that y equals to like any x thing, some of these would not be a function. Well, if you use this notation, we would know that it's a function. So now when you plug in a number or a value for x, you do it like this. At first we just gave something like y equals to 4 plus 1 and we get like y equals to 5. But here it would give f of 4 equals to 4, f of 4 equals to x plus 1. The input value would be 4, so we know what to plug in, and then 5 would be the point we would plot in the y direction. So we won't write the f of x thing here because we already know these are functions, but I want to clarify this for anyone who gets confused. Now that we have these f of x thingy clarified, let's see some basic functions. Y equals to x. Now, first thing, when you are given a function, is you have to make a function table. Suppose we choose many multiple values of x, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 10, maybe 0, 0.5. Now it's saying that x will be the same thing as y, so y would be 1, 2, 10, 0, 0.15. And it would make this graph. Let me give the points first, just not to be confused that am I given an arbitrary line or is it actually true? 4 and 5. Remember, when you're graphing, you should always plot these type of stuff before you actually graph the function, because this will help you see the shape of the function. Otherwise, I might mix this to 2x. So this, let me plot in some values and then make a line. It's called a line because they go on forever. Because remember, the number line doesn't end. So you just draw arrows, a double arrow thing. Okay, so the steepness will be 1, or the slope. Actually, let me use this pen now. The slope would be 1. Now if I used something like y equals to 2x, the slope would be 2. If I used y equals to 3x, the slope would be 3. Now see this function? See an interesting thing. See why it's a lot more steeper than this line? Yeah, that's because of this. The steepness is kind of how hard it is to climb a mountain. This one wouldn't be very hard, but this one would take a lot of time. It's harder. So, these have a particular type, these functions has a particular formula. It's called y equals to mx. So this is the formula for any slope equation. Now there is a negative direction. Let's say we turn these all negative. Well, then we get the opposite of the positive counterpart. The exact opposite. And if you add them together, they cancel out. Okay, because using the same number minus the same number is 0, so they cancel out. And these could also be fractions, but let's not go too much into this. This is a long subject, so. Now there's another type of equation when we talk about graphing, and this is the most important equation in linear functions in algebra. Y equals to mx plus b, also known as the slope-intercept equation. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Suppose a function y equals to 2x plus 2. This is the formula of every single linear function. Even these, we don't usually write these because b would be 0. But let's see what it would be. Let's keep the m value 1 and do the intercept and change the intercept. So something like y equals to x plus 1 would be the same linear function, but it won't cross through the 0 line. It would go ahead. It would be elevated 1 point. That's the intercept. Here it was 0, so that it hit the 0 point. That's what's going on. So there are other types of functions. There are many functions that won't be directly that way, so let me just clarify that out. Which one is linear? Suppose I have a x minus 4 equals to 2 times the group y minus 3. What I can do is that I can divide by 2 from both sides, and then I get x minus 4 over 2 equals to y minus 3. Then what we can do is we can add the 3 on both sides. So the 3 cancels, and then y equals to x minus 4 plus 3, which could also be expressed as x minus 1 over 2, which can be expressed as y equals to x over 2 minus 1 over 2, which does do this formula, because remember, this could be a fraction, and there are decimal numbers, there are fractions that you can subtract or multiply by, because subtraction is negative addition. So this is how pretty much you use and understand that if it's a linear function. So that's all pretty much there is to it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.